your Big I Minnesota lobbyists. The legislature just finished their first full week of the 2021 session, and as you may surmise from my surroundings, I am not at the Capitol. The People's House remains closed to the public, and that includes lobbyists. So session is once again virtual, and while things have progressed from last spring, so legislators, I think, now realize how to unmute themselves and adjust their camera so we're not talking to the tops of their heads. But nonetheless, virtual lobbying adds a degree of difficulty to advocacy that isn't normally there. And the stakes are even higher this year. We have the continuing pandemic, we have a budget deficit, and the possibility of tax increases. But rest assured that we will work harder than ever to protect your and your customers' interests. I would like to use our time today to highlight some of the issues we expect to face this session. Again, this is just going to be a sample. I can't cover all of them, or this video would be the length of a feature film, and we would have to provide you with popcorn. So the pandemic has continued to dominate conversation at the legislature. There have been debates in both houses about the proper protocol for wearing a mask, as well as the continuation of the governor's emergency powers. In addition, 3 bills have been introduced that would make it easier for teachers and other school district employees to gain access to workers' comp coverage. It would do this by creating a presumption that if a teacher or other school district employee, public or private, contracted COVID, it would be presumed that it was on the job. In partnership with the employer community and the property and casualty insurance companies that write comp, we will be opposing this bill because of the exponential burden that it would place on the workers' comp system. In addition, a bill has been introduced to require employers to provide at least 48 hours of sick and safe time for any employee who works 80 hours or more. Another bill that we expect to be introduced in the employer space is a payroll tax that would be used to, an increase in the payroll tax that would be used to fund an expansive state-run paid family and medical leave program. You might be surprised to learn that for those of you who received PPP loans and are going to receive tax forgiveness at the federal level, that tax forgiveness is not automatic at the state level, and the legislature will have to pass a bill to make it happen here in Minnesota. That is going to be an uphill fight because that bill will have a price tag of over $700 million, and in the face of a deficit, that money is going to be hard to find. Nevertheless, we will join with the employer community and fight to try and make that happen as soon as possible. In the insurance world, a bill has already been introduced to implement a public option or a Minnesota Care buy-in for health insurance. We can also expect to see from the Department of Commerce a bill that would propose to eliminate certain underwriting criteria in personal lines that the Department of Commerce feels may have a disparate impact on certain communities of color. Underwriting criteria that might be on the chopping block would include insurance scores or zip codes. I also want to update you about what's happening at our Department of Commerce. You will recall that last fall, the Republican-controlled Senate fired former Commissioner Steve Kelly. Subsequently, the governor named Insurance Division Deputy Grace Arnold as temporary commissioner. Well, just last week, Governor Walz opened the application process to appoint a permanent Department of Commerce commissioner. Temporary Commissioner Arnold has put her name in the running. We've had a great partnership with Commissioner Arnold, both in her role as insurance deputy and as temporary commissioner. And we shared that with the governor's office when they called for our inputs. The application process is only open for 1 week, which is an incredibly short time for such an important position, but it pretty clearly gives Commissioner Arnold the inside track. We will let you know what happens. Even if the governor does appoint temporary Commissioner Arnold to the permanent position, she will still have to be confirmed by the Republican-controlled Senate. We will keep you updated, so stay tuned, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.